Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Crochet and Knit podcast. I am your host, Kaylee Harrington, podcasting you to the Brighton, Castleton area of Ontario. So, well, first off, I want to say welcome to any new or returning subscribers. I know it's been a long time since I podcasted, so welcome back. And hey, Bobby, I know you're probably watching this at some point. So yeah, what have I been doing? I mean, I kind of disappeared, didn't I? So most of you don't know is over a year ago, I moved from New Brunswick, Canada to Ontario, Canada. Since then, I'm on my second job because the first one, the building shut down, so we all got laid off. So I quickly had to find another job. Right now, I currently work at a grocery store. So I think first off, we got to jump right into administration and life update because of that. So I have moved. I have a new job. I've basically been taking the last year to work on my health and, get into a better mental state. Like, I wasn't like crazy, or anything. It's just, sometimes your head can really mess up because you listen to others and that. Anyway, so compared to where I was a year ago, I feel like I'm finally at a place, I feel like the more me I have been in like a long time. Which is, I find good. I mean, I have a good support system at work. I have a good support system where I live, which is the best part. So today I decided I have a day off from work and I wanted to podcast to you guys. Because I have been working on a lot of stuff and I have a stash acquisition, stuff about knitting. I think I have one crocheted project to show you, which I know, right? Sometimes I might have one knitting or like none. But so I wanted to share with you what I've been up to. I'm going to try and make this a bit longer podcast than usual. I know I've kind of been... Every time I try to make a longer podcast, it kind of fails. I think I might have broke like half an hour on like my Christmas special. But I'm going to see if I can get it to like at least 25 minutes. Because it's a podcast. And I know the more I have, the more... You know what I mean. The more I had to share, the longer they'll be. So I moved, new job, working on myself. I feel like I'm finally in a better place. So the podcasts are back, and as you can see, I have a nice corner for a background now. This is gonna stay permanent. So this will be our podcasting corner. So yay, we finally have a spot. I just got like pictures of stuff I've taken, my headboard's here because like we're beside my bed, but my chair is here, and so that's what I'm using. And we're using light because I found this is a great lighting spot. My bedroom light is over here and I have a window here. So welcome, and I hope you enjoy this podcast. If you do, leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And I feel like I'm kind of rambling because I haven't done a podcast in a while because I don't know, I just seem really nervous, but you know what? We got this. Today, I'm actually wearing a new top I bought. It's got like ruffles and that. But I'm also wearing a nice shawl / scarf. It was actually, if you guys watch the Inspired Knitting podcast hosted by Bobby Lee, she showed this in one of her podcasts and I wanted one, and so sure enough, she gave me the original of the first one, so I have the one that she made in the video, and I have been so in love with it. Right now I'm wearing it as a scarf, so if you're watching this, Bobby, I love it, and thank you. And also someone else who loves it has been my cat, which if I remember, I'm gonna post like a picture I'm gonna overlay a picture of how much my cat loves it. So I think what y'all been waiting for is like the podcast content. So if you stay tuned, we're going to be going into a bin that, well, you'll see, okay? I have something to show you that I got on my birthday, so. Oh, so where to start? I guess we should start with the stash acquisition, because I think I barely show any stash acquisitions in my podcast. So I went to Walmart, and I had to pick up more needles, and yes, this is a lot. of needles. It's because I've been working on hats and I needed more, because I want to be able to work on more than one hat at once. So I grabbed a 3.25 millimeter in the 16-inch circular, a 40 centimeter, that's 4.5, a 40 centimeter, that's 4 millimeters, a 90 centimeter, that's 5 millimeters, a 60 centimeters, so 24 inch, that's 5 millimeters, and a 40 centimeter, that's 5 millimeters. So I got 3 more specifically to do more hats and stuff. Whatever else I decide to branch into. And you're wondering, well, you can't make a hat on these. So what are you doing? So I am going to combine the one I got for the hat, the 5 one, with another 5 one, and another 5 one. So I got the 60 and 90 centimeter one, because I want to be able to make a shawl. So that is what these 3 will go into. And that is not it. I did, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna say it, I bought 3 sets of DPN needles. So I got a 3.5 millimeter, a 4 millimeter, and a 5 millimeter. And they're just so I can do DPN projects and cast off my hats properly, because I don't have the proper needles. So when I was casting off my last hat, I was going to be using like DPNs like this long, and it was a pain, let me tell you. It took me forever to cast it off, just trying to be careful and such. So yeah, so cat, he's in the vent. So yeah, I splurged a little and bought, you know, a bunch more, that way I can work on more. So you're probably wondering, because a few episodes back I said I hate DPNs, I am never going to do them. And, well, my first finished project, what do you know? I made my first hat using this sparkly Mandela cake. And as you see, there's still enough left to probably do another hat. And this is actually the Inspired Knitting podcast's pom-pom, which I've had for a while, and I decided to attach to the hat for like benefit. So I'm just gonna see if I can put this on. So there's the hat. Ooh, take it off to show you. So for this hat, I learned the knit purl thing. So this is just a knit 1, purl 1. But when I first started, I was accidentally doing the seed stitch. So, because I did a practice piece, which I will overlay like how it was turning out. Because I kept sending pictures to Bobby, and she was like coaching me on like what I did wrong, what should I do. So this one I did a 1x1 ribbing, and then just plain knit the rest of the hat. And then when I got to about here, whatever length, I switched to DPNs and cast off. So like I kind of messed up a bit at the top, like I did a few extra rows which I gotta watch for that in the next one. But other than that, I love how it turned out. I will overlay a picture again of like the day I finished it and progress photos. But yeah, so I finally managed to create my first hat. And I gotta say, once you have the patience and learn DPNs, it's actually quite fun. And I love knit purls, actually. So I'm hoping I can branch out and, you know, continue learning and get into the more fancier knit stitches. Like, I want to do eyelets, because they're in a lot of shawls, and bubble shawls. Anyway, there's a lot I want to branch into, so having been able to create my first hat is like, I don't know, it just feels so awesome. So that is my first hat. So I did cast on another hat because my dad wants a hat. So, so this is a project bag that Bobby Lee made for me. I believe it was birthday. Yeah. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong, Bobby. Anyway, so I just love the, it's got a nice bottom, it's nice and cute, so I'm going to make this one, and it has a nice handle. So this one is going to be like my hat project bag. Sorry, my room's full of cat hair, so if you see me do this, it's just because my nose is itchy. So my dad just wants a plain Jane black hat, so I think this is the Red Heart Black. And right now I'm just working on the ribbing in between working. So I'm just doing him a 1x1 ribbing like I did the other hat, and just going to branch out, like do exactly what I did for the other hat, but it's going to be all black and no pom-pom. He just wants a plain black hat. So there's not much to show for that one, unfortunately. But just so you can see that I legit do have, this is another circular, and so this is the only one I have. So that's why I wanted to get more. And it may look small, but it does stretch out. I think I'm on, yeah, I'm on a knit run right now. The next one is one I haven't started, but one that I've been waiting to get more needles for, is because I have a hat request, actually. So I do have to cast on another hat. Probably do that later today. But the colors are already picked out for it. And I am keeping it in a drawstring bag. 1 second. Anyway. So this bag is also by the Inspired Knitting Podcast. Just having a little problem with, you know, the tie string. Just gotta fix that part. But it also has a nice little handle. And it has a nice pattern on it. So the colors we chose, me and this other person, is this gray. It did have something started, but I'm making it into a hat. So we got this nice gray for the ribbon. Again, I think this is just a Karen cake. It looks like a blue gray. So like a red heart, not a Karen cake. It's gonna be a red heart. And she's also into blue and green. So I found these two light ones that I got for making the flowers from that garden blanket, if you remember correctly. But so we're gonna use these light green and blue to, I'm not sure yet if I want to stripe it, you know, do squares, you know. I know it involves a lot of changing of the yarn, so I'm not sure if I just want to stripe it, which I might do. I might just like go do 5 rows, switch color, do 5 rows, switch color. So this is a hat that I need to start. I think I am, trying to get it in the bag here. I think I'm gonna put, which one? I'm gonna put the 4mm in the bag with it, so like it's all there. I can just start knitting it up. So there's that. So that's a finished hat, a hat in progress, and a hat I need to do. And then there's this lovely bag. Please bear with me with the mess. This is when I was trying to like learn DPN, and sorry, I didn't realize the bag was in front of you. So it's tangled, so it might need, oh, apparently we dropped a few stitches, so this might be one that needs to be undone now, because it's dropped so many stitches. Anyway, so I'm just trying to unwrap it so you guys can see this. Anyway, so this is when I was first learning. So I like got the process down. This was more of a practice piece than anything, and yeah, it's like kind of fallen off a lot. So this is one that's probably going to be undone and redone. And these are on a set of DPNs I have. I'm not sure what size they are because I got them for my birthday, and it was just a Ziploc bag full of random DPNs. So this is where I got the idea. It's like, oh, it must be fate. Maybe let's start learning DPNs, you know? So that is one that it's like iffy to do. I might just undo it and restart it. Oh yeah, well, it's right beside me. This has nothing to do with knitting or crocheting, but I learned I have a love for, diamond art. So I just want to show you this little guy that I finished. This took me 2 days to finish. It is so, I love it. Think I'm just gonna frame it, you know. Maybe we can, maybe we can put this gaffer right here. Huh? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below what you think. But we can put this little gaffer here. And I am also, hi again, working on a bigger one that says love. Made some progress on it. And I think when it's done, gonna put it right there. Add to our little podcasting spot. Let me know what you think. So back to, I think that's honestly it for knitting. So as you see, I got some knitting going on. Just check my show notes here. So yeah, when I was doing the, I don't know if I said it, but when I was first doing the, I kept knitting the pearls and purling the knit, so I was accidentally creating a seed stitch. So I know how to do a seed stitch too, apparently. So whips, dad's hat, crochet scrunchies. So I don't have it here, but I will overlay a picture. I did create a test scrunchie for Sarah, and it turned out okay, so I'll just overlay a picture because I don't have it here because I gave it to her, and I haven't made a second one, so I will overlay a picture here. This is going to be the podcast of overlaying pictures. Yes, so I do have one more finished project that I forgot to share. So and I'll show you how I did it with this. So I actually created, I gotta take off Bobby's shell for a minute. Oh, no. Just feels so bad. Anyway, so I actually made myself a finger knit infinity scarf. So how I did it was just knitting the round, and I used the 3-strand with 1-strand technique, and this is literally a double crochet. I believe I used double crochets. Yes, double crochets or half double crochets to create it. Now the 3-string technique using 1. So what you do is, Houston, we have a problem. The yarn is caught. Oh no. Alright, so we'll just have to use the other end because that end is being a pain in my butt. Oh. Okay, doing that untangled it. We are a-okay. Alright, so let's just say we have our starting knot, you know. So what we are going to do is oh god. Okay, I gotta create another knot. So let's say we have, this is our starter. So you're gonna do this, grab this, and pull it through the loop. And then up here, this creates our first 3-strand. And then when you get to here, you are, 1 second. Okay, so when you get to here, you realize you're going to go back to 1. So you see this loop? We are just going to pull it up through, make another loop. Oh, the ball's caught again. But you get the idea. Each time you get to the end, you're going to pull the string back through the loop to create more third. It's kind of cheating the eye and thinking that you're knitting with 3 different strands, but you're really just using 1 ball of yarn. Anyway, I found that pretty neat. So this is just using, you know, some leftovers I had, and I just wanted to make something. So I sat down and finger crocheted it. So as you see, I have been branching out into a lot of new things. So I got DPNs, learning new stitches, so knit one, purl one, seed stitch, knitting in general, and I think I lost my clip. I lost my clip. I gotta say something's different. You're just gonna have to ignore. Oh, no, my clip's back. Ah. So this is why I had the clip in, because my hair is being like a big pain in the butt. Anyway, so while I fix this and talk to you guys, so yeah, I've learned knitting, I've done finger crocheting. Next I'm gonna do shawls, and pretty soon I'm hoping I can make a sweater. I'm looking at also crocheting sweaters, so that'll be good too. And oh, see, I got so much going on, I keep forgetting that, you know, I have another project to show you. So what I mean by crochet is I have started to, I'm using a Caring Cake. The Inspired Knitting Podcast gave this to me, and I am doing just double crochet, doing one panel at a time. This is going to be a sweater, because yeah, this is gonna be a sweater. But I also want to do like a granny square sweater, there's a lot of sweaters I want to do. So you will have to stay tuned for more podcasts to see those sweaters. So now I think we are to the part that most are waiting for, that big red bin. So if you give me one momento, I can go get it. So the big red bin is this. So it does come with a lid, but I didn't put the lid on because even Bobby can say that I was podcasting her, not podcasting her, but video chatting her, and it took me a good 20 minutes to get the lid off. So I left the lid off so you're not seeing me awkwardly trying to, you know, pry a lid off for 20 minutes, because the lid is evil and will get stuck. So of course not everything is in there that came in it, and I've added to it. So it's more like, oh, what's in this big red thing? So I have a dollar store yarn that is going to be used for a hat. It's the Isaac Mizrahi craft yarn. And seeing if I can see the color. I think it's color Ambassador. Anyway, so got this. It's like a nice sparkly purple. These are the flowers I have yet to sew on to the garden blanket. I really need to get a move on that. A hat I did not create. It's just thrown in there. Some sparkly yarn. I'm just really quickly going through this because there is a lot in it. You'll see. A nice green ball, and a lot of them I do not know what brand they are. So I got this. Just boop, boop. This fuzzy kind of yarn. I'm not sure what to do with it yet. I got a bag of white and some cloud white yarn. I got a Home Styles yarn, so this is probably going to go into a hat. My Lindy chain that I bought from Knit Picks that I have to detangle, which I want to make a shirt with it. This is just a bag of binding, so nothing really that special. Another green. Might make a well, I can't really make a sweater with this, can I? Unless I find out what yarn it is, and you know. So might make socks with it. I got this feathery black yarn. This hot neon pink yarn. hopefully one day I can actually show the finished product of this. I had like 50 shirts I didn't want, and I thought they were like, I wanted to use them for something, so I cut squares out of them and made them in, I'm making them into a shawl. Not a shawl, oh my gosh. Making them into like a little blanket, so. Still got a long way to go. I think there's a bigger piece here. So this is the bigger piece that I've been... Alright. So it's being stuck together with some pins, so... Oh, got it. So we got this. So I'm hoping to be able to show you guys this soon. Oh, I can't wait. I thought I lost it in the move, but I didn't. Apparently. Sorry if it's too loud, like the crinkling of the bags and that. So... I got Perfect Knit Glitter Ostrich knitting yarn. Oh, one that has the label on it. So all this fluffy stuff is called Fluffer Fluttery by Beauclair. So I guess this is more Fluttery by Beauclair. Claire. One in weight. We're not gonna look at this mumbo jumbo bag because it's like, as you see, it's a big mess. And in here is a bunch of fabric squares, which I might use for buttons, you know, to put around buttons. As you can see, it's a mess. A white yarn. Piece of fabric. This is kind of cool. I wish it was finished, but this came with like a little embroidered thing, so I might be able to put my own touch on it and, you know, finish it. Where to put it? Okay. This is actually a set of the flurry yarn, so it'll be cool to see what I can make with that. This is another set of the, oh, it says the name. This is by Craft, so. Knitting Fila something. So yeah, I have a blue and a neon. This is like a neon yellow. A pink. Oh, I'm still learning what some things are. Well, okay. If anybody can tell me what this is, I will gladly. Oh my gosh, just tell me what this is. More flutter. Yeah, fluttier. Flutty. Oh my gosh, flutty. Oh, is it flutter? Flutter. Maybe. Anyway, more of that funny yarn. A big bag of yarn, so a bunch of variety of colors. More flutter yarn. And this, I'm not quite sure what this is. So I have, this is a Lewis Craft. I'm not exactly sure what it does, so someone will have to inform me in the comments. Maybe Bobby can tell me what it all is. So that is what's in there. I am just going to idly throw what I can back in it. It's like a mess. I gotta like organize it, but I like it. So that is what is in that. And I've been saving to show you guys. So yeah, I had a bit, I feel like I had a, like, I don't think this is the most I've showed you, but it's definitely, you know, a much bigger variety that I've shown you. So, I think I'm going to close this podcast out now and return next week with even more. So, be sure to like and comment on this video. Maybe tell me what some of those things are, what I can do with some of that yarn, or new things to try out. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Facebook is Kayla Harrington, but it's my writing page, which I'll get to in a different video. I'm gonna do a whole writing, like the whole topic of me and writing on like a different video. But my Instagram and Twitter is, I think I'm being creeped. Just Sarah. Anyway, that's just Cal22. So, it might be my cat. Yeah. So like, comment, subscribe, and hope everybody is safe out there in the world. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!